Speaking to you from the world of sports, where drama and competition reign supreme, this is Howard Closewell speaking. Welcome to another riveting episode of Howard's Opinion, the podcast that tells it like it is, with unvarnished truths about the sports industry and its intricacies. Today we're diving into the realm of dynasty rankings, a topic that's as complex as it is captivating. Ladies and gentlemen, for those deeply invested in the world of fantasy football, the 2026 Dynasty Top 200 rankings are out, courtesy of Yahoo Sports. This isn't just a list. It's a roadmap to success, a guide through the labyrinthine corridors of player values and potential. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or a newcomer looking to make your mark, these rankings are indispensable. In my humble opinion, understanding these rankings is key to navigating the dynamics of dynasty leagues. It's not just about who's at the top, it's about the narratives behind each player's rise or fall. From Omarion Hampton to Tucker Kraft, and from Quentin Johnston to Rackett White, each name on this list comes with a story of potential, of injury, of triumph, and sometimes of tragedy. The drama of athletic competition is what makes these rankings so compelling. It's not just about numbers, it's about the human element that drives these athletes to push beyond their limits. And let's not forget the business side of things, the trades, the draft picks, the injuries that can make or break a season. This is where the real intrigue lies, folks. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Howard, what about the impact of these rankings on the players themselves? Well, let me tell you, athletes' rights and dignity are at the forefront of everything we discuss here. The pressure to perform, the scrutiny under which they live their lives, it's a heavy burden to bear. As we delve deeper into these rankings and the world they represent, remember that behind every name, there's a story waiting to be told. A story of perseverance, of dedication, and sometimes of heartbreak. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Speaking of exceptional talent, welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. We've got a real treat for you in this segment as we delve into the world of college athletics, specifically focusing on the University of North Dakota. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's so special about UND? Well, let me tell you, they've been making waves with their recent recruitments, and we're here to give you the inside scoop. First off, we have the talented Manausau family, whose legacy is deeply rooted in UND athletics. Max Manausau, a 6-foot, 183-pound wide receiver from Grand Forks Red River, has committed to join the Fighting Hawks' 2027 recruiting class. What's remarkable about this story is that Max's parents, Tiffany Pudens Manausau and Mike Manausau, are both UND athletics alumni, with his mother being a national champion women's basketball player and member of the UND Athletics Hall of Fame, and his father being a former linebacker and defensive coordinator. Now, you might think that having such a decorated family background would put pressure on Max to perform, but, as he himself said, "I realized young, I really have to earn it." This kind of humility and work ethic is exactly what we love to see in young athletes. And with his impressive stats, 28 catches for 605 yards, and an average of 21.6 yards per catch, not to mention 5 touchdowns, it's clear that Max has put in the effort to make a name for himself. But that's not all, folks. We also have the story of the Ruck brothers, Max and Liam, who have committed to join the UND football team as well. These two siblings have been making waves in the Canadian Hockey League, with Max being honored as the top scorer among all 3 leagues. What's fascinating about their story is that they've chosen to spend one more year in Medicine Hat before arriving in Grand Forks, showcasing their dedication to their craft. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, what does this mean for UND's athletic program? Well, let me tell you, with these talented recruits joining the team, the future is looking bright. As we always say here on Howard's Opinion, the proof is in the pudding. And with these young athletes leading the charge, we can't wait to see what the upcoming season has in store. And speaking of exciting developments, we have one more story to share with you today. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. Today, we've been discussing a variety of intriguing topics, but as we wrap up, I want to shift our focus to the world of sports, specifically the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, the talented point guard for the Indiana Fever, has been making waves with her exceptional performance on the court. Despite a slow start in her recent game against the Phoenix Mercury, where she was scoreless in the first quarter, Clark bounced back to lead her team to an 86-77 victory with a game-high 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 9 assists. This impressive display not only showcased her resilience, but also etched her name into the WNBA history books. Clark became the first player to record 6 straight games with 20-plus points and 5-plus assists, surpassing a record she previously shared with other notable players like Kelsey Plum, Arike Ogunbowale, and Cappie Pondexter. The WNBA community has erupted in praise for Clark's achievement, with many hailing her as a potential MVP. What's particularly interesting about Clark's game is the expansion of her skill set. She's developed more moves in the mid-range, improved her layup and floater package, and is moving more without the ball. These enhancements have made her an even more formidable opponent on the court. Of course, like any player, she has areas for improvement, such as reducing turnovers and enhancing her defensive play. However, Clark's contributions to the Fever are undeniable, and her recent performance has been a significant boost to the team following back-to-back losses. As the season progresses, it will be exciting to see how Clark continues to evolve and lead her team, potentially closing the gap with the top-ranked teams in the Eastern Conference. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep your head in the game.